Hello everybody and welcome to the Pretty Good Saturday Show, and today the 22nd of October 2016, my name's Gareth Evans, this is Mike Williams.
Hey!
Coming up today's show, we'll be discussing Battlefield 1 versus Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, as well as taking a look at the gameplay highlights from this week and reading out some of your comments. First, let's take a look at what's been happening in video game news this week.
Rockstar Games have finally announced the long-awaited sequel to their great 2010 western, Red Dead Redemption. Red Dead Redemption 2 was announced on Tuesday after a short teaser campaign that sent the internet wild with speculation and excitement over the idea of a Red Dead sequel. The company released a trailer for the game on Thursday.
Watch Dogs 2, the sequel to 2014's lukewarm open-world hacking game, has been delayed by 2 weeks on the PC. The game will release on November the 29th now, while the console version arrives on November the 15th. But there is at least some good news for PC players who will be given full 4K support, uncapped FPS, as well as FOV and pixel density sliders.
And Battlefield 1 has finally hit the shelves after going live as a trial for EA Access players last week and being made available early to those who bought the early enlister edition of the game earlier this week. The game was released in full on Friday. Expect tons of gameplay and review coverage of the game right here at Pretty Good Gaming over the next couple of weeks. And talking of Battlefield 1, there really are some interesting things about EA's latest new multiplayer shooter. First and foremost, it's set in World War I, which is a real first for a big blockbuster franchise. It's also been reviewing very well as having one of the biggest open betas of all time. 13.2 million players logged in to help test the game before launch. But does it do enough to knock COD off its perch, or is it just going to give it a bloody nose? Who will claim the FPS top spot this Christmas?
Okay, so let's begin the discussion with Call of Duty versus Battlefield 1 with the trailer that was released for Call of Duty. The second most disliked YouTube video of all time. 3.3 million dislikes on this video.
It's a lot of dislikes.
And what makes you wonder why? Mainly because people don't want the same shit year in, year out.
It might be that.
A couple of the comments suggest that it's because the fans wanted to return to the roots, which is the World War setting. They didn't get that. So maybe Battlefield 1, this is its time, with all this discontent amongst the Call of Duty community, 3.3 million people disliking what they're going to be offering up this Christmas. Is it time for Battlefield to get stuck in and take the top spot from Call of Duty?
Yeah, I think it's going somewhere, isn't it? It's going somewhere new. Battlefield. It's doing something that it hasn't done before to begin with. It's doing something that not many other things have done before by taking the game to the First World War, which is still not it's not been explored that much when it comes to video games. So it's interesting. It's going in an interesting direction, whereas Call of Duty is exactly the same as the other Call of Duties.
No, it's got spaceships now.
It has got space. But you look at the cinematics, and you've all the same moments from the past games are there. You've got aircraft falling out of the sky. You've got disasters. You've got that guy where the sergeant's shouting in your face. In that first-person view and stuff, and that's all there in the trailer. It's just so familiar.
It definitely needs rejuvenating.
Yeah. As soon as Modern Warfare came out, which was a great game, and that it's widely regarded as a very good game. But after that, they had that blueprint for a big shooter because it was so successful, and they've stuck to it so tightly. They've really not strayed, even to the extent that the engine is it's basically the same every year. They've just kind of make incremental improvements, and it's kind of like no different to a sports game at this point in terms of how it's iterated on very slightly every year.
Yeah, wash, rinse, repeat is pretty much their motto.
But you can really see with Battlefield 1 that EA have kind of learned their lesson with it, because they're far from perfect. They made some big missteps last year with Star Wars Battlefront and Titanfall, which they were so bare bones in what full price games, and they really didn't have much content in them. Small amount of maps, small amount of game modes. Very little depth, really. And then this comes along. It looks like a really good value proposition for me to begin with Battlefield 1. It's got big single player. It's got many maps. I think it's got about 10 maps for multiplayer. Several game modes.
One thing that they never had going for them in Battlefield was the single player campaign. And this is the biggest, beefiest single player campaign since ever for them, which is one of the reasons why maybe it's lagged behind Call of Duty, and how simple the and easy to jump into the multiplayer aspect of Call of Duty was, or is.
Yeah.
Is another main draw for the Call of Duty players, but I think maybe it's time that the Call of Duty players play a more adult game. I don't want that to sound disrespectful, but Battlefield is a more thinking man's game. It's a more tactical, strategical type of game, more about thinking about your surroundings and what's going on than running and gunning like COD is, for example.
It's about the objectives. It's not about the just the kill-death ratio. It's about taking part and helping your team out.
So let us know what you guys think about Battlefield 1 going up against COD this Christmas. Who do you think will come out on top? Are you excited for Call of Duty Infinite Warfare? Are you more excited for Battlefield 1? Have you pre-ordered any of the games? Let us know down in the comments below what you think. We'll be reading as usual, and we'd love to hear from you.
Okay, so let's take a look at our gameplay highlights from the past week.
Today we're playing Road to Valhalla. Valhalla, get it? As a warm-up, trying to avoid your huge laser. Oh shit. Some people say I'm bad at games. I don't think I'm that bad. I did pretty well then. Oh, commentator's curse. Today we're playing Stronghold Crusader 2. Are they working hard? I hope you're working hard. I hope you're not slacking. Or I get the whip out and whip you to death. Why would... That's the shittiest little castle I've ever seen. Like, look at it. There's not even a gate. Like, why bother building walls if you're not going to put a gate there? That's what I'm saying. A nice big tower, but, I mean, people can get in from the back. What are they protecting here?
Spears are the
Nothing.
ready.
So it's time for the comments then, and this week you've been discussing Red Dead Redemption 2 and Mafia 3.
First up, Claudio Wed comments on the Red Dead Redemption confirmed video. Hey there, you might want to check out Call of Juarez, a gunslinger in preparation for Red Dead Redemption. Fun game with humour which Gareth will surely enjoy. And thanks for that comment there, Claudio. It's a great suggestion.
Hopefully they'll be porting Red Dead Redemption 1 as well, so we can jump into
Oh,
that.
I would love that. That would be so
That'd be
good.
Joseph Malloy comments on the same video. Great news. Hopefully this comes to PC, or I might have to buy another console. I got some bad news for you, Joseph. They've only announced it for PlayStation and Xbox One as of now, but it might come out in PC in future.
You might have to wait a year and a half like GTA 5 PC players did, but yeah.
PC gamers, we're used to it by now, aren't we?
Yeah, we're getting shat on all over the place. Angel Santos comments on the one thing that makes Mafia 3 a bad game. Yes, you are 100% right on this, bro. The whole release a game and then patch it later BS is seriously out of control. Yeah, he's definitely right there, bro.
Philip Hellfire comments on their making Red Dead Redemption 2. Oh my god, just give us Red Dead Redemption 2. Please let this happen. Well, I got some good news for you, Phil. It's happening.
Okay, let's move on now to the giveaways of this week. I did some spontaneous giveaways, and first up was Hotline Miami 2, and the winner of Hotline Miami 2 is Up the Irons, who comments, the first one was awesome and had incredible good soundtrack and never tried the second one though. So congratulations. You missed out on Soma last week, but we give you Hotline Miami this week, so there you go.
Enjoy it. The winner of Stronghold Crusader 2 is James Young, who says the first Stronghold Crusader was lit and this one looks even better.
Should he not have said litter? Congratulations, James. You win a copy of Stronghold Crusader 2. And the winner of Road to Valhalla was Batswata Chowdhury, who comments, gimme that game. Gimme that game. Congratulations, Batswata. And everybody else who won one of these spontaneous giveaways that I did this week, drop me a message on YouTube. Let me know your email address and I will send you the CD keys for the games. Congratulations. We'll move on now to the big giveaway from this week. We were giving away a copy of Deponia Doomsday on last week's Pretty Good Saturday show.
The winner of Deponia Doomsday is Rowan Buys, who comments, I am a huge fan of Assassin's Creed, but I'm glad they are taking a break. The game feels repetitive. Sure, they add new weapons, features and settings, but it's slowly but surely getting a bit boring. Keep up making excellent videos, guys. So thanks very much, Rowan, and thanks everyone for your comments. They're always appreciated. Hard luck to those who didn't win, but remember, there's always next week. Speaking of which,
this week we're giving away a copy of Grim Dawn on Steam. This action RPG is worth £20 and has a Metacritic score of 83. The game takes place in a dark, war-torn world and involves RPG elements like fast-paced combat, loot collection and crafting. To win the game, just like and comment on this video. The winner will be read out in next week's episode. Good luck.
So that's it for this week's Pretty Good Saturday show. Next week we'll have more Battlefield 1 coverage, as well as more thoughts on the Red Dead Redemption sequel.
Until then, bye for now.
See you around.
But there is at least some good news for PC players who will be given full 4K support, uncapped FPS as well as FOV, and Pixicle.
They sound delicious, whatever they are. Rockstar Games have finally announced the long-awaited sequel to their great 2010 western Red Dead Redemption.
Woo! Sorry, too much coffee.
I mean, if you're going to woo anything, it might as well be Red Dead Redemption, right?